Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of the 2021 Christchurch League Men's Final. This is the final round, Front 9, brought to you by NZDSS. My name is Chris Hoopmann, and today I'm joined by Stephanie Strydom. How's it going, Steph?
It's going great, Chris. I'm happy to be here. Can't wait to see what the guys have in store for us.
Awesome to have you back for commentary for the men's final. Obviously coming off the win of the women's final, so it's going to be fun to watch these guys battle it out.
Definitely.
Here we have our final lead card. Dedman-Ngahiwi in first position at the moment at 7 under. Ratana in second, he's at 6 under. Sebastian Falconer in third at 5 under. And Nathan Moynihan at 4 under in fourth. Such a great range of divisions here.
Yeah, and pretty close too.
Yeah,
the
totally.
The scores are like within a stroke of each other.
Willie also performed really well last year in the lead. Couldn't it be exciting to see him play? Here we have hole 1, par 3, 93 metres. Everyone knows this hole very, very well. It's just straight in front of you and don't go beyond the creek. Here we have Dylan up first. Now he's a lefty, so it's going to be quite interesting.
It is going to be interesting.
To
At
hear
least
from
they
you.
get to see his lines.
Yeah. Obviously, Steph getting first place in the women's as a left-hander, so maybe there's a secret.
And Willie going forehand. He's choosing a lefty line.
Yeah.
Well, it's just going to sit.
Yeah, he's found that kind of tussock area to the right-hand side of the basket. He'll have a look. Sebastian, he's throwing a C-line MD3.
Nice and flat out of the hand, but is it going to check up in time? Oh, no.
Ooh, out of bounds. Not great for his first throw. And here we have Nathan, such a great guy within the Christchurch disc golf community. Probably pretty surprised he's managed to make it onto lead card.
Yeah, I think he did really well in his first round on the day.
Yep.
And earned his spot.
That was a star mamba out of him. Willie's probably got about a 20-metre look.
Yep. Giving it a soft bid, I think.
That's pretty good. Just a little bit left. Curling up there. That should be a par for him.
And Nathan's not messing with that creek. I think that's just a straight layup.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tap in 3.
Bit of a tough window here for Sebastian. There's a step putt.
Oh, but he makes it through.
Not a bad stab. Got Andrew, his dad, there in the background caddying for him today. You may be familiar with his effort at Timaru.
Yep.
Oh, just gets caught up on the grass there. Now Willie obviously going to take his time.
Yeah, that's not quite a tap-in putt. You know, you got to take your time with those and focus. But he's made the 3, so...
Yeah, these should all be tap-ins here. Interestingly, hole 1, no birdies on this final round.
Yeah, most of the guys have the distance to get there, so maybe just a bit of nerves, being on camera, being on final round lead card, just getting to them a little bit.
Sebastian making sure his bogey falls in the basket.
And a tap out.
Hole 2, par 3, 83 metres. This one's also pretty much right in front of you. You've got to avoid these cabbage trees on the right-hand side, and also there is the creek on the right-hand side of the fairway and beyond the basket. So just keep it nice up the centre, and you can always bail out left if you have to.
Yeah, so do you think the forehand is better for this shot or the backhand turnover?
I go for the backhand, purely because it plays better for me.
Yep.
I can tell that Dylan
doesn't need to
worry about that. So he just throws a big hyzer.
Coming in nicely.
Beautiful.
Great shot.
And that's well within the circle. And Willie's got a really strong forehand, so he'll be playing a pretty similar line.
Yep.
Doesn't look like he got the height he wanted. Comes up a little bit wide. Nathan, he's throwing a champ TL3.
Some good turn on it.
Yeah.
It's coming back. Yeah.
Great
nice
throw.
shot.
Nice turnover up the middle.
That turnover shot's real scary with the creek on the side. I feel like it must deter a lot of players from playing it.
Yeah, I sometimes turn a disc over, kind of trying to avoid those cabbage trees.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite come back. And Sebastian, that was pretty good as well.
Yep.
Just fading out to the left.
Yep. Not an easy putt with that tree in the way and the creek at the back.
Had a good height.
Yep.
Good, yeah.
But kept it safe. It's more important.
You don't want to risk going long there. Oh, good stab from Nathan. He had a bit of a bailout zone behind the basket, so could attack it a bit harder. Sebastian also with that ceiling.
Yeah, and he's not short either, so it comes into play a lot more than it would if it was me. But yeah, that ceiling obviously getting to him.
This should be a tap-in par for Willie. Nathan often seen with his dog during rounds. Obviously couldn't take it out for this one. Probably didn't want to distract the other card mates. But it's awesome to see them out and about quite often at Jelly Park.
It is. They're quite inseparable, I think.
Yeah. Good birdie there from Dylan. First birdie of the round.
And only one so far?
Yep.
Yeah. The weather looks like it's playing along at least.
Yeah, the weather was pretty nice. I think it rained a little bit earlier in the morning, but it cleared up and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, we're heading into hole 3, 64 metres. And for me, this has become a birdie hole. With the lefty line, it's, kind of expect to take the birdie on this one. So hopefully Dylan can do the same. Just another easy wide hyzer that comes back in. Unfortunately, that hill is just a little bit treacherous. If you land on it, you're pretty much guaranteed to roll.
Yeah, just drifted a little bit long and found the backside of that hill. Willie's got a really awkward bounce and found the other side as well. Yep. And that's a tough roll.
I think you really want to land wide of the hill and skip towards it.
Yeah, fall into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really want to go around the other side.
Yeah, I think the turnover shot is quite tricky for this hole. You've got to get the height and the width right, otherwise you're fading out early or turning it over too much and landing up in the trees.
Or going too long.
Or going too long, if you've got too much on it. But, look at this shot from Sebastian.
It's beautiful.
That's what you want to do.
Just underneath that ceiling. Great throw. But honestly, even if you're out here where Nathan is, it's not a terrible spot because you can just lay up.
Yeah.
And you're not risking anything because if you do go too tight, you can end up in a tree and it just...
True. But if you're in that kind of in-between zone and you run it and you miss it and you hit the hill, then you're rolling and you could be taking a bogey. Willie again with a bit of a low ceiling in his way.
He's had some tricky lies so far, not quite hitting the green where he wants to.
Dylan with another birdie.
Yep. Part of the birdie gang. Sebastian here with the chance for birdie, and he converts. Yep. Nice one.
Getting some green on his card.
Yep.
Feels good once you hit that first birdie of the round. You can just relax a little bit and settle in.
He's back to even par for his round, and Nathan's cruising at even par, and so is Willie. So everyone par or better through this final round. On to hole 4, par 3, 65 metres. This one is just longer than the regular tee. Just got to watch your height because it's a pretty low gap under the ceiling. And you've also got the hill.
Tee a bit further back, those trees also come into play.
Oh, this is looking beautiful from Dylan.
Like a laser.
Yes.
Yep.
Probably 3 metres out. Lovely.
That'll secure him a turkey.
Yep. Great start. And this also looks great from Sebastian.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of tree love and he's right up there.
Beautiful. Starting to put the pressure on the rest of these lead card players. Let's see what Willie can do. Throwing the forehand. What's this? Might be a Katuku.
Oh yeah, lots of fade, but he's close enough that he'll give it a good bid, I'm sure. Oh.
Nathan just leaking a little bit left. That was his MV. Which, there you go. So that's it.
Still got a clear look at the basket.
He's got a clear look.
Which is fortunate, because if you sit behind one of those trees, you don't have a look at all.
Let's see if he can make the putt.
Oh, almost.
Willie within striking distance. Oh no.
And Dylan picking up that birdie, as I'm sure Sebastian will do too.
Yep, no worries there.
Yep. It's the thing I love about the Jelly Park courses. It's really easy to birdie, but if you get a little bit out of placement,
Totally.
then you almost take that birdie out of the question. Alright, hole 5, 91 metres, par 3, and you just got to watch out for the road on your right.
Yeah, got the big field out to the left to bail out to, so really the only player with potential to go the wrong way is Dylan.
Yeah, oh, looks like a bit of a misrelease from him, a bit low.
Yeah.
But he's out on the fairway, can approach and take his 3, no problem.
Sebastian throwing his MD3 again.
Yeah,
nice and high.
Looks good.
Just needs to hang.
Check up.
Oh, what?
Oh.
That looked like it was fading back into play. Maybe clipped a tree or something and just kicked out. Yeah. Willie's throwing a PD3, looks like.
Keeping it safe, far away from the OB.
That'll play.
Yep. He's got a putt. It's not too dangerous to run the putts on this one with the road behind. It doesn't come up that quick.
And good drive from Nathan.
Yep.
Up
also
the middle.
In position.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, it doesn't look like they had too much wind on the day, which is great. I find this hole quite tricky when there's some wind blowing.
Yeah, it's definitely at the swirly end of the field.
Yeah.
Can be a little bit
it's really difficult from the tee to know what your disc is going to do because you can't tell what the wind's doing out there.
That was a good up from Dylan. Pretty casual approach, but it worked well. Sebastian trying to save par. Didn't give it the height required. He'll be looking at another bogey. Staying at even par for the round. Let's see if Willie can kickstart his round.
Oh, that looked good.
Yeah, online.
Yep.
Drew medal, but not the height he wanted. Dylan's got such a solid putting action.
Yeah.
I really haven't seen a lot of him play. He wasn't in the division that I played in, but you just look at him and you think he's going to make a putt. Like, he just has that look about him that you're like, yeah, this is going in. And then you see Nathan, who's very casual about it all.
Yep.
Shouldn't miss that one, should we, Willie?
Hole 6, 52 metres, par 3, with the creek along the left-hand side right by the basket and some hard-packed dirt on the green, which makes it very tricky. Let's see what these guys can do.
So as a left-hander, what's your play? Because it looks like Dylan's just chucking it high.
Chucking it high. I throw my rat and I try to go straight for the basket and have it fade out towards the end. So I'm fading away from the water. That's my play.
Yeah, I think that was Dylan's pink harp.
Oh, yeah.
So pretty overstable disc and just making sure it doesn't ever turn over.
Yes.
Willie's gone for a similar play. It's been interesting watching Willie after Dylan so far. They've almost like been copying the exact same line.
Yeah, they've got
like they've been studying
quite a
each
few
other.
of the lines have been the same.
Oh,
nice shot from Nathan.
Envy out of Nathan.
Yeah.
Great throw.
Get it.
It's quite high from Sebastian. Oh,
Ooh.
good tree catch.
What a catch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so easy just to drift down into that creek.
Yeah.
And he was fortunate to catch a bit of brush there and stay in bounds.
This putt is not an easy putt.
No.
And he cans it. Great from Dylan.
We were just talking about his putting stroke, and
Yeah.
as we see on the NZDSS replay, super confident.
It's very confident and he follows through. It looks great. Yeah. And that's what you need is confidence when you putt.
Obviously coming in as the leader into this final round, so you could presume he had his putting game down in the first round.
Yeah. Willie also cashing in on that birdie.
Backs him up there.
Yeah. Coming in with the lead and he's stretching it so far. So he's really on fire today.
Sebastian with an awkward stance. This is where Loren was in the women's final. Out of this little gap.
Oh,
Sebastian.
so close. But good sit.
I can relate to that. Whenever I'm down there, I'm just not as confident putting uphill for some reason. And
Yeah,
just can never quite gauge my height right. And Nathan grabs a great birdie there as well.
Yeah.
Sebastian with the par. Hole 7, par 3, 87 metres. This one's got the Mando halfway down the fairway, so you're going to throw right to the tree with the arrow on it. And then, just make sure your highs are back into the green as a right-hander.
Yeah,
This one's going to be tricky for Dylan.
I'm going to be interested to see what Dylan does on this hole. Oh, going to the forehand. Yeah.
This one could be his rock 3, potentially.
Yeah, just released it a little low.
Not super familiar with his discs, but there's a few that I might be able to pick out. This is Willie's blue FD Night Strike.
And he's
And
done a bang up job. Wow.
what a line.
Missed everything.
That's insane.
Did he catch some tree?
I'm not sure. But he goes through around this tree, which is kind of the edge of the hole 4 green, and then just pops out the other side.
Really great shot.
Yep. Must be pretty stable to have that finish on it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I couldn't have the follow flight on that one because it couldn't detect the scene properly. So, but spoiler alert, there'll be some more coming.
Yeah.
Nathan.
Did he catch the tree?
I think he hit the tree and kicked out left, but he didn't miss the Mando.
Okay.
So he'll have to kind of unwind around it.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah. Oh,
Sebastian looking nice and smooth.
beautiful.
Getting the skip.
Yeah. That was a Neo method from Sebastian, controlling it nicely.
Yeah.
And that'll maybe be Circle's edge. Not
Yeah,
quite
maybe
sure.
probably Circle's edge. And Dylan opting for the turnover. Great recovery shot.
Yeah. Great throw. Didn't get the ground reaction that he probably would have wanted.
No.
Just stalling out a bit.
Yeah.
It's always the risk with those kind of Anheuser shots.
Yes,
They don't get a lot of ground play.
And because of the low ceiling, you can't really give it the height. It needs to flatten out and fade.
It's a big putt for Nathan to save his birdie. Sorry, his par. So he'll have to take the bogey. Okay. Looks like Sebastian's doing a step.
He's going for the step, so they must have called it outside.
Seen Sebastian doing some step putts is pretty good.
Yep.
You saw one in hole 1.
Yep. Not an easy one with the tree right next to him,
Oh.
but he's zoned in and he's
Yep.
got it.
Nails it. Boom. Great putt.
Yeah.
Dad's happy. So he's at 1 under par now, if my calculations are correct, for the round. Competitive with Nathan. Oh,
just
Dylan.
a little high.
Yeah. So is that going to be Dylan's first bogey?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Willie getting the birdie. Goes to 2 under for the round. Bit of a swing.
Yep.
And Nathan just cruising along.
Yeah, keeping
very
it
well,
clean.
yeah.
Yep.
Hole 8, par 3, 91 metres. This is another one at Jelly where you really have to watch your height control. Low ceiling the whole way down.
Yeah, and you have to beware of the creek on your left as well, so you can't let your shot go a bit errant. You really need to control your line.
Willie on the tee throwing his FD night strike. Oh, getting some high branches and just coming up safe of the creek there.
Oh, very lucky.
Sebastian, he's throwing his C-line FD, so it must be a good hole for an FD.
Yep. Got a bit of turn on that and clipped a tree, so he'll have some work to do to get down to the green.
Nathan throwing a thrasher. Not super familiar with a thrasher.
No, me either, but he's got that turned as well, but it's coming back.
Could be a little bit unstable.
He's out in the open and will have an easy approach, so not
probably
bad.
25, 30 metres out.
Yeah.
And Dylan, what could he be throwing here? Possibly a champ leopard.
I am. It's gone a little wide and caught some trees.
Good redirect.
Yeah.
That was
Good
potentially
redirect.
turned a little bit too
Yeah.
much and could have been crossing the creek. Is this... not sure what Sebastian was throwing there. Could have been his tactic. I know he has a white tactic. Good result.
Yeah.
Whatever he was throwing.
Yep, he's up there. Got to look for par.
All right,
I
Willie
don't
trying
like being on this
No.
side of the
not-
green
not
of
fun.
the fairway. It's not the
And you're
greatest
left-handed.
place. Yeah, and I'm left-handed, but
Oh, no.
that's exactly why.
Oh no.
There's so many trees there.
Oh, Willie. Just falling over the edge into the water. That'll be out of bounds.
Really rough and,
Yeah.
and almost no possibility of making a putt
Totally.
to save it there.
But Nathan's out in the open. That's great.
Nice shot.
What an up.
Nice up shot.
Beautiful.
Dylan with a tree to contend with. So I think he's just laying it up
Yeah.
with that one.
Big putt here for Willie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just caught some leaves.
yeah. Nature's not been his friend on this hole. I think he's managed to
No.
hit something on every single throw. Can Sebastian save the par? Oh, what? No way.
Yeah, that was a bit mean. That looked like solid chains and just wouldn't stick.
Yep. Take a breath.
Reset. Don't let it get to you.
Nathan tapping in. Now it's come up as a bogey. I'm not sure if he missed the throw or not, but that's the score that I received on the scorecard. So, not sure what happened there, but we have a bogey from Sebastian and a par from Dylan.
That was a rough hole for this
Yeah.
card.
Hole 9, par 3, 72 metres. This one's extended from the regular Jelly Park tee. Got the Mando tree on the right of screen there. Got to stay on the left of that. And then again, navigating a low ceiling down to the basket.
So I really envy these guys that can throw a straight shot at the basket. I see Dylan's cutting it fine there. Oh, and he's caught a tree.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was very close to
That
the
was
Mando
very
tree.
close.
Wow.
No
Nathan
penalty at least. Nathan
going
with
for
a
the
nice
turnover.
turnover.
Also hitting similar tree.
Yep. Height control on those holes is really, really tricky and really, really important. See, Willie's gone quite high and he's It's a forehand, but not
It's
a bad.
it's the mistake to
problem is
make. You got to keep it.
Yeah, you got to keep it high, but the potential is then that it's going to fade out and skip down past the basket.
This is great from Sebastian. Just got to get
Gotta
through the
get
trees,
through
and
everything.
it does. Yeah. And a little kick off the tree
Nice.
by the basket.
Yeah.
And here we go. Here's a follow flight.
Follow.
NZDSS replay. How does that get through those trees?
Everything.
Gets over 2 branches, then ducks back down and gets a little kick off the tree.
That's some tree love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nathan pitching up. Another turnover. He approaches with a rhino.
Yeah. He's
Great
got a
approach
great
disc.
smooth,
Yeah.
spinny approach.
Mhm.
Looks really, really comfortable and seems to be doing him really well. Well, there was a bid.
That was a tricky part. Had
Yep.
a tree directly between
Yep.
him and the basket. Oh, another really good bid from Dylan.
Yeah, that was a good bid. Looked online.
Goodness, if I was playing a putting competition against Dylan, I'd be worried. Because this guy looks like he's unstoppable.
Yeah. Yeah, he sneaks it in.
Yep.
He's taking his par. Sebastian taking his time after that really great drive.
And I'm sure he's thinking about last hole's splash out.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely taking his time. Has a chance to win that stroke back. And he does.
Nice.
Good putt. Nathan from practically the same spot. Interesting that he uses the same just to putt and approach with.
Yeah. So he putts with his envy. Is
I
it
believe
his
so,
envy
yeah,
as well? Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fair enough. It's good for both, I'm sure.
Sometimes if it feels good in your hand, it's just
Totally.
whatever works.
And there we have it, the front 9 of the men's league final done and dusted. It's been awesome to see these guys battling it out. A couple of new faces, so yeah, it's been really exciting.
Yeah.
And here we have the overall leaderboard through 9 holes. Obviously, Dylan keeping his lead, Willie's behind in second place, Sebastian and Nathan, so not much movement there. And we've got a bunch of awesome players, quite a few actually new to the league this year, so it's awesome to see them reaching the finals.
It is. It's really great to see.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back soon with the final 9 holes of the 2021 Christchurch Disc Golf League season. See you there.